Hello and welcome to Real to Real. Helping our youth develop a faith relationship with God is a key mission for our Catholic Church. Here in our diocese, there's literally a new revolution for our youth now being offered. Nick Morganelli shows us how, taking us to one of the many new Youth Revolution retreats being offered this fall.
Youth Revolution coming fall 2021.
Catholic teens across the Springfield Diocese are becoming part of a revolution. Youth Revolution.
We chose the name Youth Revolution because it's revolutionary to choose Christ. When you're faced with so many different things you can choose to do in your life and to pursue and to subscribe to, and your perspective and your worldviews, and you choose Christ, that's revolutionary.
Joe Austin, the new director of youth ministry for the diocese, brought his team to Our Lady of the Blessed Sacrament in Westfield for one of 8 retreats happening this fall. The parish's music ministry, Psalm 33, led worship in song.
Youth Revolution is really a 3-part program. So this is just the first part, and then it will end with a youth summit.
Father David Alfiero met Joe a year ago and were part of a men's Bible study group together where the name was developed for this new diocesan initiative.
He was also coordinating with different people, different youth ministers throughout the country, folks that he knew, and that he did a lot of research and found information, found this idea of Youth Revolution and had a vision for a regional model for youth ministry and for confirmation retreats in the diocese.
Weather cooperating to give us a perfect fall day for one of the highlights of the retreat, outdoor confession and adoration.
It's completely worth it. I mean, they're not judgmental at all. Like, they've heard it a million times before. So, it feels like completely natural.
With several priests in attendance, my youngest son, Lucas, who will be confirmed next year, was blessed to receive the sacrament of reconciliation.
You feel a lot lighter, like you just got a lot off of your chest. For me, it felt that way, and it usually feels that way, like when you're sincere.
Small group sharing gave youth the opportunity to grow in their faith and ask questions.
It's really essential to the retreat experience to have these small groups grow together because, as we know, the church is a community and it starts, at a young age and you got to keep growing from there.
Annika, you've got your support group here.
Yeah.
How's this day been so far?
It's been pretty good. This was my first retreat, so it was really cool to be able to come out here with kids my age and just experience it with everyone else. By the end, our small group got pretty close, so it was kind of nice to be able to have open discussions by the end, feeling comfortable with everyone. So that was really great, just being able to have a group leader there and talk about how we all were feeling about the day.
After the talks, we really got to connect with our small groups and just kind of go over everything with each other and reflect on what we just learned.
There was also time for each youth to personally bring their petitions to Christ before the Blessed Sacrament.
Every retreat is based on a question, and the question is, do you have a relationship with Jesus? We hope that the students will then bring that question to the front, to the monstrance and adoration, present it to Jesus and say, this is what I believe.
Alex led some of his group in prayer.
We prayed this prayer of abandonment, and that's just basically, saying that we want to hand our life, we want to hand all our worries, all our concerns, everything over to Jesus, and just let His will be done. And it's a very strong and important prayer.
So don't sit there and believe the lie that you don't have something for Jesus, that you're not, empowered by His grace, empowered by His Holy Spirit, that you too are not a beloved child of God. Don't sit there and believe that lie, because God came specifically for you.
Father Alfiero shared the invitation to a personal relationship with Jesus through stories and biblical teaching.
God calls us all to a relationship with Himself, despite our past failings, our past wrongdoings, whatever hindrances we have to that relationship. God nevertheless sees past all the trouble that we think that we have, and that He sees past it and calls us to Himself and calls us to greater things and helps us to realize that we're made for more, made for relationship, and we can achieve those great things that He calls us to through a relationship with Christ.
Witnessing the revolution for Real to Real, I'm Nick Morganelli.
For more information on the retreats and youth initiatives, visit diospringfield.org for a link to our Diocesan Youth Ministry page.